Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. So here we are back in London. There's Noah and it's a nice sunny day. It's 8 minutes past 9 in the morning, and actually it was earlier when I started this video the first time, but I made a mistake in what I was trying to say, so I had to re-record it. Anyway, such is life. So today's video, just some bits and pieces of gaming news. I'll probably do another video about gaming news pretty quickly as well, because there's quite a lot, but I try not to put too much in one video of different topics. But anyway, firstly, first piece of gaming news. Reflector, the studio that made Unknown 9, the well-known failure of a game, has had to lay off a lot of their staff because they made a game that was not very good. It wasn't very good in how it looked, it wasn't very good in the gameplay, it wasn't very good in the dialogue, it wasn't very good in the characters, and it was basically a bad game, and that's why the game failed, which is a big surprise. If you make a bad game that's got no good about it, then you're gonna not do well when you're trying to sell it. So that's why it failed. They've been making lots of redundancies. Good. I don't feel sorry for those people. That might sound harsh, but at the end of the day, they probably get paid a lot more than some of the people that buy games. And if you're making a really bad product, pushing your own messages in games, and they're all aware of, they're not silly people. They're all aware of what kind of game they're trying to make and what they're pushing in their game. If they try to make a game like that to sell to people and it fails, then they've only got themselves to blame. So maybe they need to go and get other jobs. Obviously now they may need to think about career choices. But yeah, so they've all been laid off, not the whole company, but a lot of them, and shame about that. And other thing that was quite funny is Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. The Super Deluxe, whatever it is, edition, I can't think of what it's exactly called. There's so many different things they call these things now. The Gold Super Universe edition, the best edition of the game, which was going for about $100, pounds, whatever, is now under 10. And again, that's because they made a rubbish game, a rubbish live service game that had rubbishy kind of characters and some woke dialogue in it, and basically apart from that it was a rubbishy game that didn't have enough content, and it was live service and nobody wanted a live service game for that game anyway. So again, it's failed, and it's dropped down in a very short amount of time from a huge price to a very small price, which shows how hard it is to sell the game. And again, about both those games, it's not that messages in games or woke games or live service games are inherently bad. There's loads of live service games that have done fantastically well, and these games with woke, diverse characters that have done well. It's just bad games won't do well. If your concentration on making anything in life, if your concentration on is making a pot to sell, but you're only thinking about the money, not what kind of pot you're making, you'll probably make a bad pot, because you're not thinking about how it looks or whether you want to create something. You're just making something to try and sell. And it's the same if you make a woke game and try and stick as many messages in you can in the game, then you're going to make a bad game. If you make a really good game and then subtly put in some woke, diverse, feminist bits into it, it won't be as bad. But if the game's fantastic with its game plan, its story and character creation, etc. choices, then you will make a game that people will buy. Some of them might pull a little face at some of it, but you'll still sell it. So it's making rubbish games. The same with live service games. If you make a fantastic game and it's live service, Fortnite, whatever, people will love it. They won't mind what it is. If you make a rubbish game that's not got enough content and got rubbish characters and it's repetitive, like Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, then it won't sell because it's a bad game. And if you make anything that's aimed at being a certain thing without thinking about the content, then it's going to be poor and rubbish. So you kind of get what you deserve. Also, just a brief comment, and it's not something that interests me at all, is that the Game Awards have been announced, and Dragon Age Veilguard, which I and other people thought would be nominated for Game of the Year, has not been It is nominated in some obscure category, I can't remember what it was. I'm not interested in Game Awards, I'm not interested in awards. Oscars don't interest me. It's only, all those things is basically who decides to nominate what, and they need to have a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that, and the best movie doesn't always win, the best movies and things don't always get nominated. So I don't really care about those kind of things, but I just thought it was a thing to mention as well. That's gaming news for this video. There's more gaming news, of course, and I'll make another video on more gaming news as soon as. So in the meantime, from Gaming for Gamers, take care for now.